Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Advance, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, and entertainment. We'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got it's come to this, right? It's come to this. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, last week, Isiah Thomas started making some headlines over the comments that he made about Michael Jordan. And essentially what Isiah was saying was that, he doesn't understand why this younger generation are still infatuated with Michael Jordan and still have him in the GOAT conversation. Why aren't they paying more attention to LeBron James? And I wrote under that post, I was like, why does LeBron always have people begging on his behalf on the internet? Like, there are always people out there just begging, oh, LeBron, what about LeBron? I'm like, why? Why are we always being guilted into? And someone, I forgot who brought up this point. I forgot who said it, where it's like, why is it whenever you mention Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, you always have to mention LeBron James? Why does he always have to be there? Like, I don't know. It just feels like they have so many people working in his favor. But going back years now, Isiah Thomas has been, he's been hating on MJ, man. Even when he used to appear on ESPN back when Skip Bayless was there, he was always hating on Jordan. But the latest things that he said on that sound that we played earlier this week, where he was like, he doesn't understand infatuation with Jordan. I'm like, what are you talking? He was like, he leads in everything. LeBron, Jordan, like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Jordan led the league in scoring, 10 times? He led the league in steals, 3 times? How many categories is that? That's 13 categories. How many times has LeBron led the league in 13 categories in a season? Jordan has the highest regular season scoring average. He has the highest playoff scoring average. What are we talking about here? Like, what do you mean that he holds all the records? What are you talking about? Jordan had 2 3-peats. Does LeBron even have 1? What do you mean? What records are you talking about? Like, it's just, the thing is just so ridiculous. So just when you thought that it couldn't get any worse, it did. Just when you thought Isiah Thomas couldn't hit a new low with some of this Jordan slander, it absolutely it did. So Isiah Thomas then went out this weekend and posted on his Instagram account. And I want to show you the post that he put up, right? And you can see it's him, Jordan, Magic, and Bird, right? And then below that, he has a description because he says he did some research. And apparently Isiah Thomas went to ChatGPT to explain to him where Michael Jordan ranked in the 80s and the 90s. You will not believe what Isiah Thomas put on his Instagram. But before we even get into his post, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports with over 10 million members. PrizePicks makes it easy to get real money action on the sports and players you love. You pick more or less on at least 2 for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. For example, this week I'm really looking forward to some of these upcoming games. This week I'm picking Stephen Curry for more than 29 points. I'm picking Kevin Durant for more than 27 points. I'm picking Giannis Antetokounmpo for more than 12 rebounds. And I'm picking Luka Doncic for more than 8 assists. If you're like me and you like to play it safe, you love PrizePicks' new feature, Flex Plays. It's the safest way to play. You can still cash out even if your lineup isn't perfect. Plus, you can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. On top of this, PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money as quick as in 15 minutes. So download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. Okay, so let's read it. It says, at FanDuel, at Fadeaway World, after our discussion, I did some research. I asked some questions about the golden era of basketball in the 80s, and ChatGPT said, based on international selection, college championships, NBA championships, finals MVPs, and head-to-head playoff results against MVP-level opponents, Isiah Thomas ranks as a top 3 player of the 1980s and had none of the advantages the others had. He stands alone as a small point guard of the golden era, of the golden age. ChatGPT historical analysis. The 1980s are called the golden age of basketball. So here is the decade judged by selection, championship, head-to-head matchup, and difficulty. Isiah Thomas stands alone. Start of the decade, he was chosen Pan American Games gold medalist, 1979. Before age 20, he was already on the U.S. national, the U.S. national point guard. College, he won it all. NCAA championship in 1981. NBA, he beat the best in the NBA in his NBA era. Two NBA championships, 1989, 1990, 1990. NBA Finals MVP, NBA playoff record versus the era's icons favor him, beat Larry Bird and ended Boston's dynasty, beat Michael Jordan 3 straight playoff years, beat Magic Johnson for championships. Fact, he won more playoff series than any other in games against Bird, Magic, and Jordan than they won against him in the 1980s. Context that cannot be ignored. Isiah, 0 to top 50 teammates. Bird and Magic, multiple top 50 teammates. Jordan, 0 championships in the 1980s. Isiah, 2 championships and finals MVPs. Defensible conclusion. If the 1980s are the golden age, then based on international selection, NCAA championships, NBA championships, finals MVPs, head-to-head playoffs, superiority, degree of difficulty, Isiah Thomas is a top 3 player of the decade and the most accomplished point guard of his era. This is not a narrative. This is the record, results, and context. If someone disagrees, ask one question. Who beat Bird, Magic, and Jordan more when it mattered? There's only one answer. And then Stephon Marbury commented under, let it be known. Isiah Thomas is ahead of, in the top 3 with Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Michael Jordan. So in the 80s, you would have, how would it go? Isiah Thomas, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and then Jordan doesn't make it in the 80s? Let me ask y'all a question. Was Michael Jordan losing playoff series because of himself? What year did Michael Jordan finally get an all-star caliber teammate? What year was that? What year was it when Scottie Pippen finally came an all-star caliber player? That was 1990, 1991, right? That's when Jordan started winning his first championship. Now, I think it's important to put up Pippen's numbers that year because people seem to overrate Scottie Pippen. So the year that the Bulls won a championship, Pippen scored 17.8 points per game, 1 block per game, 2.4 steals, 6 rebounds a game on 52% shooting. He wasn't even a 20-point per game scorer. In the playoffs, he averaged 21. What were Jordan's numbers? When did Jordan look? Regardless of championships, Michael Jordan is the player of the 80s. And he's the player of the 90s. Irrespective of championships. Because the minute he got a championship, the minute he got an all-star teammate, Jordan went on a run that Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, nor Isiah Thomas ever dreamt of. What Jordan did, they never did. On an individual level and on a team level, they never did it. There was no question that Michael Jordan was the best player in the 80s. None whatsoever. You had Magic Johnson, you had Larry Bird. He was better than both of them. He was better than both of them. There's no question about it. The problem was he didn't have a team. But when Jordan had a team, finally, you saw the results. If Isiah Thomas was as dominant as he was, why didn't he do in his decade what Jordan did in the 90s? Jordan won 6 championships in 1 decade, man. 6. And had 2 three-peats. What was the last time you had a three-peat in the NBA since Jordan? Shaq and Kobe. And then since then, there have been 3 in the last, 30 years? In the last 30 plus years, there's only been 3. Jordan had 2 of them. This is too much, number one. Number two, if you're relying on ChatGPT to make basketball arguments for you, you're cooked. you're cooked. You're cooked. If you have to rely on this AI I told you people are getting stupid about it. I told you this. People are now giving up thinking. They're letting AIs think for them. People are getting dumber. Don't forget, it was a human mind that helped create ChatGPT. It was a human mind. And now human beings are giving up their ability to think, and somehow people feel like we're getting smarter. Yeah, we're definitely getting smarter as we use less and less of our brains. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? What's the most complicated thing known to man? The human brain. And we're now using less of it and using these apps and whatever, these AIs to help us think, and somehow people feel like we're making a step forward. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't want to use no AI. I'll use my brain. I'll let my brain figure it out. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.